Yobuseyo, Anihaseyo. Hello and welcome. My name is Lula Bauer and I'm the Executive Director of the Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club. We are super excited to begin the LMVSC first and second grade soccer program. I would like to share the program structure and everyone that will be involved in making the program a fun and safe experience for your child.
Hola y bienvenidas familias de LMVSC. Hello and welcome LMVSC families. My name is Jessie Gore and I am the club administrator and finance manager for the Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club. We cannot wait to see all of you and meet all of you, and we can't wait to see you out on the pitch. Gracias, thank you.
Bonjour, bienvenue à tout le monde. I am David Camara, the Director of Youth Program Development at Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club. I have over 15 years of experience teaching the beautiful game of soccer. My deepest reason for coaching is to focus on helping every single child in mastering the ball. My expertise is in making sure all our players develop the strongest individual skill and technique. I've been fortunate to take part in the training and development of former Lee Mount Vernon Sports Club players such as Chase Gasper, who plays MLS with Minnesota FC, Andy Sullivan is the captain of the Washington Spirits, and both have represented the U.S. national teams, respectively. I am thrilled to provide coaching education to our volunteer coaches on how to run fun, engaging, age-appropriate practices. Merci. Thank you.
Soccer starts Tuesday, September 8th. And you're probably wondering what to bring and what to wear. We recommend wearing shin guards, soccer cleats, and please bring your child's own soccer ball, size 3, and please make sure they bring their own water as well. Uniforms. The uniforms will be handed out the first day from the club. Please make sure you wear your team uniforms on Tuesday and Saturday's trainings. The coach will collect uniforms at the end of the season. The reason for this, just to give you a little history, in order to keep the cost of purchasing a uniform for our families down, the club actually provides uniforms to our families. We've continually taken a survey with all of our membership, and it has come across the board. Everyone agrees that they like this process of borrowing the uniforms and returning them at the end of the season. So we've kept it the way it is, and we've continued to keep it the way it is. And where you all will be practicing, where is training? The location is going to be Lee District Park, the turf field, and here's the address, 6601 Telegraph Road. So that's where you'll be training on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So before arriving, we just want to make sure that you are aware of Virginia's Phase 3 COVID and club guidelines. Just a few things to make aware of. So this is just a screenshot of what the field looks like. We do have separate entrance and exit locations. So you'll enter on field on one side, the right side right there with that large red arrow, and then you'll exit the field in the middle of the field with the stairs where that other large arrow is. Please make note that our spectators, we are asking you to follow the social distancing rules, no gathering, keep 6 feet apart, and masks are required. These are going to be your coach's assistants. They will be checking in your players. We have Christina, Kylie, Ainsley, and Ariana. One of them will be checking your player in and then guiding them and escorting them to their coach's training space. So they are current and former LMVSC players.
COVID-19. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, LMVSC has implemented guidelines to allow us a safe return to play. All updated information on the COVID-19 guidelines can be found on our website at www.lmvsc.org/RTP. Every team will be required to have at least one COVID parent to handle check-in on the weekends, not on Tuesdays, as we will have our assistants checking in players for training and scrimmages. Team and scrimmage sizes have been reduced. Spectators will be required to socially distance. So when I say handle check-in is to make sure that players on each team has filled out a pre-screening that is sent to them the day of their training and or training scrimmage. COVID-19 guidelines for players. Players are required to wear masks to and from the field. They do not need to wear a mask while training. However, if families or players feel more comfortable wearing masks during training, that certainly is permitted but not required. Pre-screening forms that are sent out the day of need to be filled out electronically prior to games and training or scrimmages and training. Anyone not filling it out will not be allowed to participate. However, if there is a situation where you did not fill it out electronically, there'll be hard copies at the field to make sure that your child can participate. When on the sidelines or at water breaks, players must avoid physical contact with other players and should not share water bottles and or equipment. Player stations will be identified, and I'll speak to that in just a minute. And any player who comes in contact with the virus should not be able to participate for 10 days. Players are not permitted to handle cones. Coaches will be laying cones and picking cones up as well. After every training session, cones are sprayed with a disinfectant prior to coaches collecting those cones. We ask that players do not share pennies. Once you're provided a penny, and at the end of the practice you take off the penny, those pennies will be collected and coaches will be taking them home to wash them. We're asking that every player bring their own ball. Now that we're in phase 3, where the state allows scrimmages, we will be using balls, and balls can be shared during practices. The training format. This is what the training format will look like. On Tuesdays at Lee District Park, from 5 to 6:45, we will have 7 first and second grade teams at Lee District Park, and they will be located, and you can and looking for your coach's name, in this type of environment. We will have Coach David Kamara as the lead trainer. He will be in the center where he can oversee all the teams as well as the coaching while he's providing coaching education to our instructors, our coaches. You'll see these orange little dots, they represent cones. These cones are called player stations. Prior to the players coming onto the field, each area, each team will have player stations laid out. This is where the players will come, first serve, identify a player station, and that's where they'll put their backpack and their water bottles. So at water breaks, when they have water breaks, they'll be able to maintain social distancing during their water breaks. You'll see that the time is 5:45 to 6:45, and the next training session starts at 7 o'clock. That gives us 15 minutes of time in between the two training sessions, where the first session teams will be able to leave the field prior to the second training session entering the field at 7 o'clock. Again, here are the names of the coaches that will be training during Tuesday's practices, and again, another example of how the cones will be laid out within their coaches' training area. Saturday soccer will take place at Lee District Park, and you've seen that layout. The COVID protocols will be the same as Tuesdays. You have one entrance in and one exit out. Schedules will be released to your child's coach September 5th, and they will make sure that they share that with their families. This is what the field layout will look like. When you get your schedule, you'll see field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4. So again, one entrance in, you'll be checked in to the facility, and then you will go ahead and proceed to whatever field your team is practicing on. Field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4. And then after your training session, everybody will exit down the staircase after their training session. There'll be buffer time in between each set of games to give teams time to exit prior to the teams that are coming on the time to enter. So if you have any questions, please contact David Kamara. He's our Director of Youth Development. Here's his email address. We are really excited about this season. We feel like we have all the protocol and guidelines in place, and we're looking forward to a fun and safe season. Thank you very much.